Assalamu alaikum everyone. Today we are again live with you guys on this session of Your Rehnumai. We are live today at 9 p.m. instead of our usual time at 7:30 p.m. because of some technical issues we had, but they're all solved now, and we have our guest with us here, Barbara Sarfraz, to speak with you guys on the topic work ethics. So लेट मी गो थ्रू कि आज अभी तक हमने इस वीक में जो कि जॉब्स एंड करियर का है उसमें क्या किया किया है। तो हमने करियर हाउ टू डिसाइड ऑन द बेस्ट करियर उस पर बात की गजनफर इकबाल के साथ। देन वी टॉक्ड ऑन हाउ टू बिल्ड योर प्रोफाइल, we talked about CVs, LinkedIn, and resumes. Then we moved on to talking about the art of job hunting. जब आपकी प्रोफाइल बिल्ड हो जाती है उसके बाद हमें जॉब हंटिंग पे जॉब कैसे हंट करनी है। Today we will be apologize, there was some internet issue. तो आपने जब जॉब ढूंढ ली है तो आपने जो है वो वर्क एथिक्स अपनी किस तरह से बेहतरीन रखनी है। उससे पहले हमने सेशन किया प्रोफेशनल कम्युनिकेशन पे और आज हम हैं वर्क एथिक पे। हमारे साथ मौजूद हैं बाबर सरफराज जो कि who has been who's an expert in HR for over 4 years. He has a management degree from LUMS and he is one of the HR business partners of one of the leading companies in Pakistan, ICI. He also has a student magazine, and he also has a think tank named Share, right, Share Sarfraz?
Exactly.
Now, yeah. तो अब हम अपने टॉपिक की तरफ चलेंगे जो कि है वर्क एथिक्स। बाबर, आई वुड लाइक यू टू टॉक टू टॉक टू आप, मैं चाहूँगी आप मुझसे बात करें। पहले आप डिफाइन कर दें वर्क एथिक क्या होती है, एंड देन वी कैन टॉक अबाउट इट्स टाइप्स और वो उसकी जो डिटेल्स हैं उनके बाद आगे चलेंगे। Over to you.
Sure. Thank you, Rabel, for the introduction. First of all, I'm really sorry that we had to reschedule the session to 9. It was my personal commitment and I couldn't really make it at 7:30, and I'm really sorry about rescheduling it. And secondly, I would like to appreciate your efforts and the efforts of your platform that you guys have been doing. I think you guys are doing a really good job at what you're doing. You have a really good platform. I've been following some of your activities and works and sessions, and I can definitely guarantee that you guys have a really good platform, and it will definitely help out people who are looking out for jobs, people who are looking out for guidance in terms of their academic or professional career. So thank you to you, and thank you to your founder Aves. So I hope you guys grow as you are growing right now, and I wish you all the best for your future. Regarding your question, so today's session, as you just said, is about work ethics, and you just asked me about how important it is in the corporate sector. First of all, work ethics is basically the standards, it's the code of conduct that you live by when you're working in a corporate sector or if you're working anywhere. It's basically the Bible of how you're supposed to operate in a certain organization, how you're supposed to conduct yourself, how you're supposed to carry yourself, how you're supposed to talk to the people, how you're supposed to, like interact with the people that you interact with in your daily life. So it's definitely very important. There are a lot of organizations, and there are a lot of organizations who have a culture where work ethics is sometimes more important than the performance that you have in your particular role. For example, we might have seen a lot of examples where there's a person. I'm myself in HR, and I've seen a lot of examples where sometimes there was a person who had a good performance. For example, we had two candidates, and we had both of them had really good performances, but one of them had a really good work ethic, and the other person didn't really have that sort of a work ethic. And we have seen everywhere that the person who has a better work ethic, they generally grow within the organization faster. They have more, like access to opportunities, and they are more likely to like succeed in their careers.
Zabardast. So basically, having a good work ethic can help you lead towards a successful future career-wise, right?
Definitely.
So
Also,
let's talk.
So it can also, like save you from a lot of troubles. When you're working in an organization, you're going to be in very difficult circumstances and very difficult situations. And if you have a strong work ethic, you can get out of them very quickly and very easily. But if you don't have a very good work ethic, you will be bothered by situations, by people, by circumstances very frequently.
सही सही. अच्छा, ये तो हमने बात की कि इम्पोर्टेंट कितनी है. लेट्स गो के लेट्स टॉक अबाउट कि वर्क एथिक्स में आते क्या क्या चीज़ें हैं. सो इट्स टाइप्स और वर्क एथिक की क्या टाइप्स होते हैं. बिल्कुल.
Sure. So basically, it has generally two types. First of the two types is basically the general work ethic that you're supposed to have when you're working in any organization. These are like how you're supposed to dress up, how you're supposed to talk to the people, and stuff like that. They're very generic. They're internationally accepted. But second kind of work ethic is more specific to the sector you're working in, to the company that you're working in. It can vary from organization to organization. And in the second type, we further have two divisions. The first is the values that
अच्छा.
the company has. For example, in the company that I work, we have 5 values, which is integrity, enduring value, passion for people, customer centricity. So these are the values that the company has that you need to comply by. Companies generally give you certain projects to, like demonstrate those values. They test you on those values. Even in the organization that I work in, the appraisal form that we have, we are supposed to put in certain values in that form, and you're generally given
अच्छा.
objectives on those values, that how did you demonstrate those values throughout the whole year. And at the end of the year, you're generally, like evaluated or calibrated on those values, that कि यार इस
अच्छा.
इंडिविजुअल ने या इस एम्प्लॉय ने इस वैल्यू के ऊपर इतना काम किया है, so we'll definitely give credit to that employee or that person. The second is more of a code of conduct that the organizations have. The code of conduct generally gives you very specific guidelines of like carrying yourself, and very specific guidelines about what you're not supposed to do. Right? It's a document, and
सही.
generally you sign it when you enter any organization. For example, when I enter my organization, there will be a very long document about my work, that this is how you're supposed to conduct yourself. It has clauses like harassment, like stock movement and stuff like that. This might also vary from organization to organization. For example, stock movement might be more relevant for the people who are operating in the sales sector, and there are more clauses that are more relevant to other organizations. So this also varies from
सही.
organization to organization. So in terms of values, you can have values like trustworthy. Sorry, in terms of the first kind, that is the more generic kind, you generally have you can have values like like trustworthiness, respect. It's not a document that you get, but it's something that you already know before joining an organization. कि यार अगर if you're joining any organization or we are going to work at any place, we need to respect people, we need to be responsible, we need to be fair in our proceedings, we need to like care for the people we're working with, we need to care for our customers, and like we need to have a sense of a society kind of in an organization to like have
सही.
very smooth proceedings in our working.
ठीक ठीक. अच्छा, तो let's start with the first type, right? You talked about the generic ones. Like, let's go into depth of that. Although they're very generic, but let's say how important. Let's talk about how important it is to know about the generic work ethics before entering the system. Like, is there a way to learn them, or do you learn them by experience, or how can you just get a hang of it? Yeah.
Okay, so that's a very good question, because generally this is not something that's like taught in the universities, or it's not a document that you get when you're joining an organization, but it's something that you learn with experience. It's something that you learn with working with different kinds of people. For example, when you graduate from a university, you're very naive, you're very like happy-go-lucky nature, and you're going to everybody, you're trying to be friendly with everyone, you're trying to share stuff with with people. But with time, with experience, with like interacting with more people, you get to learn what kind of information you need to share with what kind of people, how you're supposed to conduct yourself in various organizations. For example, the things that I was listing you out. For example, first of them was trustworthiness. If you're
Yes.
not demonstrating this ability or capability
Quality.
or value, then you're
Yeah.
going to be in a trouble in the sense that if people don't trust you, they might not help you when you're in a difficult spot. When you're operating in a corporate sector, there
Mm-hmm.
are a lot of favors that you need to take from people. There are a lot of instances when you need to,
Say.
like reach out to people and ask them for favors, so that, like if you're in a difficult spot, then you can ask them for help. Like, obviously you won't ask them for something that's not according to the company values. For example, we both of us, we work together, and I have a deadline, and you need to submit your input for my work, right? And you have
Say.
an SLA of 3 days, right? But if my
Okay.
deadline is before that, I can request you to favor me and provide me the inputs before your SLA, right? So if you are trustworthy, people will be more willing to, give you favors, or be
Ask for help.
like
Yeah.
more. Exactly. They'll be more helpful, right? Next is
Yeah.
respect. That's very simple. If you respect people, they respect you. If you don't respect people, they don't, right? And it's not only important to respect your bosses and the people who are superior to you. It's very important. It's very important to also respect your colleagues, your reports, your juniors, and the people who are reporting to you. Because if you don't respect them, they won't respect you. And if they don't respect you, they'll probably go to other people and they'll talk about you. And in every organization, people talk about people. And if people don't respect you, they're going to obviously talk bad stuff about you.
Talk.
And if people respect you, they'll definitely speak nice stuff about you. And in any kind of sector, reputation is kind of, whether we like it or not, reputation is kind of important. And if people respect you in a good manner, you'll have a nice reputation, you'll have a good word of mouth. And there's no harm in having a nice reputation, and there's no harm in like putting an effort to
Exactly.
have a good reputation, as compared to what we are generally taught. You shouldn't really care about what people think of you. You shouldn't really care about what your colleagues, or like your bosses, or your juniors think of you. But it's really important.
Mm-hmm.
Then responsibility. Whenever you're inducted into an organization, you're obviously hired for a certain task. You're obviously given certain objectives. If you are responsible enough to go by those objectives, to go by those tasks, then you obviously flourish more. You obviously grow in your career. And if you're not responsible enough to,
Say.
like complete your objectives or complete your tasks, then you won't, flourish in your organization. Then fairness.
Say.
Um, there might be some instances in your career when you might get an opportunity to not be fair and get an advantage out of it, right? But if you
Sure.
get into it,
So,
you will get into trouble at some point. It's, like when you start your
so you're
career, you're
also
generally
talking
looking
about
for.
a situation कि जहाँ पर आपको फेयर होंगे तो भी आप ट्रबल में हैं और नहीं होंगे फेयर तब भी आप ट्रबल में. आर यू टॉकिंग अबाउट such kind of a situation here?
Not exactly, not exactly. I'm talking about the stuff that
अच्छा.
you might have an opportunity where you can be unfair to someone and not get caught at the moment. For example,
अच्छा.
I have two reports. ठीक है. दो लोग मुझे रिपोर्ट कर रहे हैं और दोनों काफी अच्छा परफॉर्म कर रहे हैं. But I'm friends with one and I'm
सही.
not friends with the other person. ठीक है. अब अगर
ठीक है.
जिसके साथ मेरी दोस्ती है उसको मैं अच्छी रेटिंग दे दूं, nobody is going to catch me or nobody is going to say कि like why did you give this rating to this person. ठीक है, क्योंकि मैं उसका लाइन मैनेजर हूं और मेरा फीडबैक मैटर्स द मोस्ट, राइट? बट अगर मैं उस पॉइंट पे नहीं पकड़ा जाऊंगा, देयर विल बी अ सर्टेन पॉइंट वेयर आई विल बी हेल्ड अकाउंटेबल फॉर द रेटिंग दैट आई गेव टू दैट पर्सन, right? So you need to be very fair in your proceedings, right? You might not get caught right away, but at a certain point you will get caught away. you will be caught, right? Then there's caring, that whenever we're working in an environment, we're obviously working with people. We are always we're obviously working with the humans. Then you need to have a certain human element to ourselves. I've seen a lot of people, like graduating from very good universities, and they're generally like very robotic, and they're trying to be very cutthroat and very competitive and all. There's nothing wrong in being competitive, or nothing wrong in being, like a little assertive, but you
Enthusiastic,
should
yeah,
never,
assertive, yeah,
exactly, but you should never
yeah,
stop caring for the people you're working with, because at the end of the day, you're going to spend about like what 40-50% of the time with them. You
hmm.
spend almost 10 hours at work, right? And you spend most of the day
Yeah,
with the people you are working with.
working with.
And if you don't care about them, they won't care about you. And if you're operating in such an environment, uh, you're going to have the kind of culture which is going to be very toxic, and it's not going to be very, like nurturing. Then a sense of society, a sense of citizenship. It's very much connected to the point of caring, but you need to have a sense of a team, of a society, of a citizenship. Wherever you're working, you need to get people on board. You need to get your colleagues on board. You need to get your bosses on board. You need to get the people who are reporting to you, or who are junior to you. To get on board. So you can't really
So
operate
basically,
in a
you're talking
silo.
about. Hmm. So basically, you're
You
talking
know,
about having a team spirit. Just
exactly,
lifting each other
exactly,
up. Yeah.
exactly. You just said the essence of it, that you need to act as a team. You can't really achieve much when you are operating as an individual, but if you're operating as a team, if you care about people, if you're living as a like working as a team, then you can definitely achieve more than what you can achieve if you're working individually. So these are the generic things that you generally need to keep in mind whenever you are entering an organization, or whenever you are about to start your first job or any job.
अच्छा अच्छा, जब आप एक जॉब स्टार्ट कर रहे होते हैं तो आप उस वक्त अपनी कंपनी का एक मिशन और विजन पढ़ते हैं. मतलब आई थिंक द मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट टास्क व्हाट यू शुड डू बिफोर जॉइनिंग कंपनी इज रीडिंग देयर व्हाट देयर व्हाट उनका मिशन और विजन क्या है. तो क्या ये भी वर्क एथिक है, और कितना इम्पोर्टेंट होता है कि एक आप कंपनी के विजन और मिशन के साथ चलें और उसको ध्यान में रखें.
Generally, the values that I was talking about in the second section, they're generally derived from the vision and mission of the company. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, जो मैंने आपको अपनी कंपनी की कुछ वैल्यूज बताई थी, जैसे कि इंटेग्रिटी एंड लाइक कस्टमर सेंट्रिसिटी, passion for people, or delivering enduring value, these are all part of our vision and mission statement. So they are definitely derived from the vision and mission, and they're definitely important. And they since they are going to get into your objectives, and you're supposed to be rated based on the values, so they are probably sometimes more important in your ratings than the other things.
ठीक ठीक. अच्छा, तो we talked about these generic ones. Let's go further towards the second type of work, having a work ethic. Let's talk about you can start with the work ethics that your company defines, and then we can move forward toward other companies as well, उनके जिनके different होते हैं और different. अच्छा, फिर उसके अलावा ये जो different field के different work ethics होते हैं. So even if you're not into, like, if you're not working for in the corporate sector, और अगर आप एक डॉक्टर हैं तो आपके वर्क एथिक्स डिफरेंट होंगे. एंड इफ यू आर एज अ प्रोफेसर, आप वो हैं तो आपके वर्क एथिक डिफरेंट होंगे. तो आई वुड लाइक टू आस्क माय ऑडियंस कि इफ दे आर फ्रॉम डिफरेंट प्रोफेशन, नॉट ओनली फ्रॉम द कॉर्पोरेट सेक्टर, प्लीज कमेंट so we can take your opinion, and we can talk about those fields in depth as well if you are interested and if you are joining us. So अच्छा, तो बाबर, let's talk about those work ethics that are second type और जो आपकी field में है.
Okay, so The first type, which are the values that we have already talked about. So, as I just said, there are two components to the second type. The first component is the values that we just talked about. The values that my company has, they include integrity. Integrity is that whatever you do, you need to do it with a certain value, with a certain, ethic or certain integrity. This includes, actions like you can't really take bribes, or you can't move stocks, you can't do anything under the table or stuff like that. So integrity is very self-explanatory. Then we have passion for people. Passion for people generally defines that you are supposed to care about the people that you're working with. Generally, organizations, they focus more on the customers. They're more customer oriented, and they're more like कि हमारी values भी उन्हीं के इर्द गिर्द revolve करनी चाहिए. But I think it's good to have a certain value, or at least one value, about the people that you have in your organization. Or it's good to have at least one value that promotes the spirit of team building, or being one team. So passion for people is that you are supposed to have a certain passion for all the people that you are working with, whether they're your colleagues, they're your bosses, they're people reporting to you, or anyone. Then we have enduring value. Enduring value means that whatever you do, you don't need to think about your work or your tasks or your activities in a short-term manner. You're supposed to think about it in a long-term manner. So whatever you do or whatever value you create, it shouldn't be short-term. It should be long-term, right? So if I'm, for example, if I'm working on a project, I shouldn't really focus on the needs that cater to our short-term needs. I should be focusing on the needs, or the stuff that also promotes our long-term sustainability and
Hmm.
more
So
long-term
basically,
vision. For example, carry on.
so Babar, basically this ये जो value है, ये basically add not only adds quality to your work but also adds quality to your company. So अगर आप कोई काम करें तो obviously वो उसके long term effect होंगे, and for example उसके जो वो impacts हैं वो उस दिन नहीं आ रहे, but like 2 months बाद आ रहे हैं, तो उसमें आप ही की जो है वो appreciation वाली बात होगी. Am I right?
Exactly, you're definitely right. So
Hmm.
again, as you just said, कि बहुत सारे ऐसे एक्शंस होंगे जिनको अगर आप उन पे प्रोसीड करते हैं, तो आपको शॉर्ट टर्म फायदा शायद हो जाए, बट लॉन्ग टर्म में दे माइट नॉट सपोर्ट योर कंपनी और योर विजन और योर वैल्यूज. बट लॉन्ग टर्म में कुछ ऐसी चीज़ें जो आपको सपोर्ट कर सकती हैं, सो यू ऑलवेज गो फॉर लॉन्ग टर्म goals and long term activities. Then we have
सही.
sustainability, that whatever value you create or whatever task, activity, or objective you attain, you need to make it sustainable. It shouldn't be a one-time thing. For example, if I'm working on a system customization, or if I'm trying to revamp a certain portal, it shouldn't be. I shouldn't try to implement changes that are not sustainable. I shouldn't try to implement such changes that cannot, stand the pressure of time, or that cannot survive in a longer term capacity.
So Babar, you have to have work like आप जो है वो अभी के लिए नहीं काम करें, you're working for the future 10 years. मतलब आप अपना
Exactly.
काम sustainable बना रहे हैं. अच्छा बाबर, मैं अब वर्क एथिक्स पे उन टॉपिक्स की तरफ आऊंगी कि जो कि ट्रबल क्रिएट कर रहे होते हैं. तो एक डिबेट होती है, एक सोशल साइंस की थोड़ी सी डिबेट है और थोड़ी कॉर्पोरेट वर्ल्ड में डायरेक्टली अप्लाई होती है. इट्स अबाउट वेदर यू शुड बी लॉयल टू योर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. लाइक आपको आपके अंदर लॉयल्टी वाली क्वालिटी कितनी होनी चाहिए टू द पॉइंट कि आपको कहाँ पर विसल ब्लो करनी चाहिए और कहाँ पर आपको विसल ब्लो आप क्या मतलब कितने कॉल मतलब कितने आपको लॉयल होना चाहिए अपनी कंपनी के साथ कि इस क्वालिटी को कितना
Okay.
रखना चाहिए. या तो आप फॉर एग्जांपल आपने कोई अपने सीनियर को कुछ गलत करता देखा, दैट वाज फॉर एग्जांपल अनएथिकल और इमोरल, and but you're also loyal to the name of the company and you have been working in it. तो क्या आपको विसल ब्रो कर देनी चाहिए या आपको कंपनी के साथ लॉयल होना चाहिए? What is your opinion on
That's a
that?
tricky question, but a good question. So, you're right, you should definitely be loyal to your company. You should definitely have a sense of loyalty towards the company that you're working with. Uh, because when you're spending most of the time at the company, it almost sometimes feel like family, right? And at
Hmm.
the end of the day, you are definitely attached to the company that you're working with. And if the company stands with you in your difficult times, then you should also be standing with the company, like when the company is suffering. But the second part of your question, when you should you blow the whistle, you have a very clear guideline that we just discussed. If we, if you see something that is against the value of your company, or something that is like against the code of conduct, you should definitely blow the whistle, no matter how senior the manager is, no matter how junior that person is, no matter if that person is your boss or your colleague or your friend or anyone. You should like definitely blow the whistle. i I'm in HR myself, and I have seen a lot of people who have done that, and they are generally not they generally don't get into trouble. And most of the good organizations, they generally have a portal where you can go and you can anonymously, file your complaint that I saw this that was happening against the organization. And then through the portal, you get two options, that if whether you want to conduct the investigation through the organization, or if you want to conduct the investigation through a third party audit company. So you can go to your respective portals and you can file the complaints. But definitely, if you see something against the code of conduct or against your company values, you should go and report.
ठीक हो गया.
If not
अच्छा.
by your name, then anonymously.
Anonymously. Okay, but you perfectly answered my question over here about loyalty and whistleblowing. Let's talk about some other aspects of having a good work ethic. अब जो है ना वो basic definition से, क्योंकि हमारा workplace environments बदलते जा रहे हैं, तो अब आजकल वर्क फ्रॉम होम हुआ है, पहले ऑफिस में काम होता था. Let's talk about having a
आपने
work
अभी बात की
ethic.
वर्क फ्रॉम होम की.
COVID. हाँ.
सो उस
हाँ. हाँ.
सॉरी, उसमें भी वर्क एथिक काफी चेंज हो जाते हैं, क्योंकि यू आर नॉट
बिल्कुल.
in your office, you're working from home. So उसमें फिर you think about कि अच्छा इस situation में work ethic कहाँ पे like role play करता है. So most of the organizations were very responsible, surprisingly very responsible in this context. Even our organization, they send out a very clear instructions about work ethics when you're working from home, right? That you're supposed to
अच्छा.
like report to the manager at this time, and you're supposed to work till this time, and how you're supposed to like conduct yourself during the whole work from home situation. So that worked for our organization. So that's about it.
ठीक हो गया, तो उन्होंने आपको सेपरेट से वर्क एथिक्स दोबारा से सेपरेट से वर्क फ्रॉम की स्पेसिफिक भेजी. तो
Exactly,
टेल मी कि
exactly.
वो किस तरह से डिफरेंट, टेल
Because
मी
it's
वो
very
किस तरह
new
से
to
डिफरेंट
us.
क्या. एग्जैक्टली. तो
It's
बेसिकली
very
एक ये
new to
नया
us.
नॉर्मल है जिसमें हम लोग जो है वो एडजस्ट हो रहे हैं. अच्छा, ठीक है. तो टेल मी कि do you think after this whole thing ends, when we go back to our workplaces, will our work ethics see a change? Do you expect anything कि भाई मतलब कुछ पहले होता था और अब उस चीज की, कोरोना या कोविड की क्वारंटाइन और वर्किंग फ्रॉम होम की वजह से कोई चेंजेस आ रहे हैं या कुछ चेंजेस आएंगी वर्क एथिक में? मे बी पीपल बिकम मोर पेशेंट, और कोई कोई वैल्यूज में चेंजेस आएंगी.
Definitely, definitely. So the generic work ethics and the values and code of conduct, they are definitely going to remain the same. There are not many changes that are going to happen to those things. But
सही.
I hope, I'm not sure, but I hope that after this whole situation gets back to normal, then the people might start trusting their people more, because they've already experimented with the work from home situation. They've done this for about around 3 months. So there are a lot of managers who used to micromanage their people and who used to, like believe in the concept that if you are in office, then that's the only case that you work. And if you're working from home, then you can't really do much. So these managers might have gotten a reality check that even if the people are working from their home and if they're doing fine, then you can definitely let them be, and then you can definitely allow them to like have more autonomy or have more liberty in working from home. I've even come across some organization that which that trust their employees so much that they're allowed to have one in normal circumstances, they're allowed to have one work from home day every week. So that concept is
अच्छा,
very new to us,
ठीक है.
but some organizations or some companies are already doing that. So definitely, once this whole situation get back to normal, then this kind we should expect this kind of change.
बिल्कुल, बिल्कुल. अच्छा, let's talk about when you said generic, what I heard the first time, I thought आपने बोला gender. So but that actually prompted a question in my head कि gender respect, having a workplace जहाँ पर mixed gender आपके पास environment है. Let's talk about those work ethics कि उनमें क्या प्रॉब्लम्स आती हैं और उनमें उनकी एक एथिक क्या होती है और उसमें प्रॉब्लम्स क्या आती हैं, उनके सॉल्यूशंस क्या हैं, बिकॉज यू आर इन, आप एचआर में हैं तो यू मस्ट सी अ लॉट ऑफ प्रॉब्लम्स रिलेटेड टू दिस टॉपिक.
Definitely. So this is kind of a very big problem, especially in Pakistan. Our women, our girls that are who are working in the organizations, they face a lot of difficulties in terms of like harassment and like operating in a corporate sector. No matter how big the organization is, there are always going to be some cases or like bad fish in the pond who are going to be problematic or who are going to cause some
Yeah.
problems. So in this situation, it's the responsibility of the organization to create platforms for, like gender sensitization and gender inability, where, for example, our organization, we have an impact circle where, like we invite our female population and in informal tea sessions, they, like have small chit chats over tea or snacks or something of that sort, and they discuss the problem that they're having. And if you're discussing problems that you're having, then you can definitely also discuss the solutions. And if you're discussing it with someone, you get a certain power with it. That if, for example, if you're a girl and you're having a problem and if you discuss it with another girl, then you'll also think, अच्छा मेरे साथ ये मसला हो रहा है, इसके साथ भी ये मसला हो रहा है. So it's a chain. So I'm not alone in all this, and we can definitely contact somebody if we are having a problem, and we can like report
बिल्कुल.
that person collectively. और
ठीक ठीक.
जितना जूनियर लेवल होता है, मैं ये नहीं कह रहा सीनियर लेवल पे कम केसेस होते हैं, बट जनरली the sales staff or the office staff, generally they have more issues regarding gender sensitization. And this is because they're not very used to like interacting with the other gender, and they're not generally taught well how to operate in an environment. For example, अगर एक बंदा किसी गांव से आता है और उसको एक वो यहाँ पे जॉब कर रहा है और उसको नहीं पता है कि किस तरह से इंटरैक्ट करना है, हो सकता है उसे पता भी ना हो कि वो क्या चीज़ गलत कर रहा है या क्या कमेंट
बिल्कुल.
उसका ठीक नहीं है, या कौन सा उसका एक्शन है जो ऑफेंसिव हो सकता है, क्योंकि पूरी उम्र व्हाट दैट पर्सन हैज सीन, ही इज बेसिकली लिविंग हिज लाइफ in a very
वो
normal
उसी
manner.
जिंदगी में गुजार के आया हुआ है, उसका इतना
Exactly. So
ब्रॉडर
it's
विजन नहीं है. He doesn't know the norms of
exactly.
maybe the work in culture he
Exactly.
is working. Yeah.
एग्जैक्टली. सो इट्स इस तरह के केसेस में ऑर्गेनाइजेशन की रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी बनती है कि जैसे हम लोग जेंडर सेंसिटाइजेशन की बहुत सारी ट्रेनिंग्स कराते हैं, जिसके अंदर हम लोग बताते हैं कि हाउ यू आर सपोज टू लाइक इंटरैक्ट विद द अदर जेंडर, एंड स्पेशली सेल्स स्टाफ की कि किस तरह से आप लोगों ने ऑपरेट करना है. बट अगर और सेकंड चीज जो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन की रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है वो ये है कि अगर इफ यू गेट हरासमेंट केसेस टेक देम वेरी सीरियसली
अच्छा,
and
बिल्कुल।
if you're getting cases make an example out of it, that the consequences
ठीक है।
should be so serious that nobody else is willing to do that. Because एक तो मसला है ना कि there are people who are not very aware of how to interact, or
अच्छा, हाँ,
they don't really know, but there are some people who know everything and they know about how to interact and how not to interact, but they still do inappropriate gestures. But the organization and the organization needs to take a stand, and they need to take these matters very seriously. And I
वेरी
think
सीरियसली।
in these
अच्छा, let's
matters,
talk।
your HR matters a lot. The
अच्छा,
organizations that have
ठीक है।
strong HR processes and strong HR teams, they generally take these cases very seriously. But if your HR is not very strong, and if your HR team is not very used to taking a stand, then you might get into trouble.
Might get in trouble, सही हो गया। अच्छा, so we talked about these big harassment is a, I would say कि थोड़ा बड़ा issues है। अच्छा, कुछ होते हैं कुछ लोगों को शायद अभी ये पता नहीं है, बट बाहर और पाकिस्तान में भी ऐसा ऐसा आ रहा है कि सेक्सुअल हैरेसमेंट में सिर्फ फिजिकल एक्शंस नहीं काउंट होते, बल्कि कमेंट्स और मतलब रैंडम कमेंट्स जो कि किसी के बारे में हो, जो कि सेक्सुअल नेचर के हों, वो भी उस हैरेसमेंट में आते हैं। तो हाउ डज एचआर डील्स विद दोस कमेंट्स के, मतलब कमेंट की अब नेचर ऐसी है कि वो मतलब कह दिया गया है, अगर वो किसी और ने नहीं सुना, सिर्फ आपने सुना है, तो आपके पास विटनेस भी नहीं है। मतलब
Hmm.
इसकी जो नेचर है वो बहुत सेंसिटिव है, तो हाउ डू यू डील विद
Hmm.
दैट?
Again, good question. और इस तरह के केसेस में मैं सबसे पहले तो ये बता दूं, अगर कोई कमेंट भी है, इट डजंट रियली मैटर. अगर वो फिजिकल नहीं भी है, सिर्फ कमेंट भी है, यू नीड टू रिपोर्ट दैट पर्सन. ठीक है, and
ठीक है।
action will be taken against that person. It's not only limited to like physical abuse. It's also about the comments, about what is being said. I have myself dealt with a case where there was certain comment that was made against a female employee, and the person who made the comment, I personally fired that person.
अच्छा,
So like
ठीक
I
है।
handed him over the termination letter myself. So even if that's a comment, all the organizations have a very defined process to address all kinds of disciplinary cases. For example, um, if any employee, any female employee, reports a certain comment to their HR, what the HR does is that they prepare a show cause notice, that against the employee, that we have received this complaint against you, and you are supposed to come to the hearing on this date. The person comes to the hearing. The employee who accused the person does not need to attend the hearing. So it's not going to be like कि जिसने
ठीक
accuse
है।
किया है और जिसको comment made किया गया है, उन दोनों की कोई debate होगी या उनका कोई confrontation होगी. जिसने कंप्लेन करनी थी उन्होंने एचआर को कर दी, उनका काम खत्म हो गया. ठीक है, अब जिनके
ठीक है।
अगेंस्ट कंप्लेन हुई है वो हेयरिंग में आएंगे, अपनी साइड को जस्टिफाई करेंगे. अगर एचआर उससे जस्टिफाई हो गई तो फिर ऑब्वियसली दे लेट हिम गो. बट अगर उनको पता है कि इस बंदे ने कमेंट किया है, तो दे कैन गिव हिम अ वार्निंग लेटर, और दे कैन डायरेक्टली
ठीक।
टर्मिनेट हिम. बट आजकल के केसेस में I've seen organizations are being very serious about this, and they directly terminate any employee who has a harassment claim.
ठीक हो गया। चले, बेहतरीन। आई होप आवर ऑडियंस गेट द आइडिया कि बेसिकली हरासमेंट होती है। इस पे हमारा एक पूरा डिटेल टॉपिक है जो हम डिस्कशन करेंगे कल, बट आज हमने थोड़ा सा हिंट ले लिया कि व्हाट ये भी वर्क एथिक में आता है, हैविंग बीइंग जेंडर सेंसिटिव एंड रिस्पेक्टिंग अदर जेंडर्स।
Exactly.
अच्छा, यस, तो
And sorry,
ऑलमोस्ट
one more comment. If you're not comfortable with anything in your organization, if you're a woman and if you're not comfortable with a comment or anything that's been said to you, or done to you, go directly to your HR and discuss it. Do not hesitate. I've seen a lot of people, there's certain stuff that's been said to them and they do not consult their HR. You need to trust your HR and you should definitely go and discuss it with them.
ठीक है, ठीक है. Thank you. अच्छा, almost we're near our time where we take questions from our audiences. Here's
Perfect.
a comment. Uh, let's see, कि क्या है, बहुत लंबा है तो मैं इसको पढ़ूंगी. हाँ, क्या आपको भी comments नजर आ रहे हैं? Can you read it as well?
Sorry, I can't read the comments.
It's in
It's in the chat option.
okay. Yeah, it's in the chat option. So basically, she's applied to an organization called L'Oreal, having their MT program open, but their offering feels like marketing, supply chain, HR, sales, marketing. Not sure why they haven't put these positions for RD department. Tell me what should be an easy way to go for me, considering the opposite, which option is it? So she's asking an advice from you.
So,
कि उसे
so,
क्या करना चाहिए?
uh,
Yeah, she's a biochemist.
so I totally understand the situation. So, during the MT program, it's not necessary that they open up such positions in every department. They're only going to open up the positions they have available. And that's a good thing that they're having. The organizations that open positions in every department and they do not confirm their employee or do not, offer the MTOs a permanent position after completing their probation period or training period, it's not a good practice. If they're offering positions in selective departments, that's a good stance to take. So what she should do is that she should apply to the department that she likes the most. And once she has gotten over her training period, she can switch to some other department. Generally, businesses do give you this autonomy that if you don't like the department that you're working in, after a certain time or after a certain time period, you can definitely switch your department or field. It's like कि जब आप यूनिवर्सिटी में होते हो, if you don't like your major, after a certain time आप switch कर सकते हो अपना major, right? तो इसी तरह से आपके departments का भी होता है.
And of course, company आपको option देंगी if you have a good work ethic. अगर आपने जो है वो strong work ethic की quality show की हैं, तो I guess company would be lenient enough to switch your department,
definitely,
right?
Definitely. तो work ethics और आपका आपके how well do you achieve your objectives, ये दोनों components आपके important होंगे. अगर आप ये दोनों चीजें capture करते हो और ये दोनों चीजें follow करते हो, then you can definitely switch into any other department. And I've seen people जिनका work ethic अच्छा था and they had good interactions with people in other departments, in the departments that they liked, and they talked to the line manager directly और वहाँ से वहाँ departmental transfer उनका इसी basis पे हो गया था with the relevant approvals obviously.
So we're almost at the end of our session. Let's just quickly review what we have talked about today about work ethic. कि कितनी important है अच्छी वर्क एथिक होना, knowing कि अच्छी वर्क एथिक की वैल्यूज क्या हैं, complying with your company's vision and mission, and just being the I guess अगर आप एक अच्छे एम्प्लॉय होगे तो then you can again जो है वो आप अपने करियर में सक्सीड हो सकते हैं, and you can आप लेडर चढ़ सकते हैं of success, right?
Definitely. So basically, work ethics are the roots of your career. If you have good roots, you'll definitely grow better. If you don't have strong roots, then you're not going to grow well.
ठीक है, चलें. Thank you so much बाबर for coming live with us. Although आप travel कर रहे थे आज and आपने हमें ना नहीं बोली, हमने session 9 बजे कर लिया, 7:30 नहीं किया, तो कोई मसला नहीं हुआ. Thank you so much. I thank you बाबर. Thank you so much, guys.
Again, thank you, Rabel. Thank you so much for inviting me. And I hope you guys grow as you are growing. You guys are doing again a very good job, and good luck to you, to Rehnumai, and to your platform.
Thank you so much, Babar. Thank you so much for
Thank you.
such amazing words that you used for us. Thank you. And I'm gonna thank my audience as well who joined us today and asked us questions, and were live with us throughout the session. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us. Tomorrow we'll be again live with you guys, 7:30 p.m. Inshallah, with another exciting topic, is another exciting speaker. Join us and अपना ख्याल रखिएगा, अपने घर वालों का ख्याल रखिएगा. अल्लाह हाफिज. अल्लाह हाफिज बाबर.
Allah Hafiz. Thank you.
Thank you.